What if you can get investment advice from legendary investors Warren Buffett, Bill Ackman, Peter Lynch, Charlie Munger, and others, all analyzing the same stock at the same time, giving you the benefit of their experience and their approach? In this video, I'll show you how I built an AI system that does exactly that, and you don't need to be a programmer to understand it. So let me start by showing the system working. I'm going to analyze Google, a stock that's dominated search for decades, but investors are questioning how AI disruption might affect their future. I just enter GOOG and hit go. Now watch what happens. The system immediately starts working. You can see the system working through each step sequentially. First, a financial AI agent gathers all the fundamental ratios, metrics, earnings data, and financial information. Then the 5 different AI investors process one by one, each representing a famous investor with their own analysis style. After the investors give you their fundamental analysis, we add into it insights from the sentiment analysis agent and technical analysis agent. Lastly, the portfolio manager pulls in all the perspectives into a comprehensive report that is published in PDF format. This is all happening automatically. No manual research, no switching between different websites, no trying to remember what each indicator means. Just one click. In about 15 minutes, you get this comprehensive investment report that looks like something from a Wall Street firm. Look at this. We have Damodaran calculating a $273 price target versus Google's current $195. That's 40% upside. Buffett's analysis focuses on the durability of Google's 91% search market share and their economic moat. Bill Ackman sees specific catalysts like Google Cloud margins expanding from 12% to 25%, similar to peers like AWS and Azure. The sentiment and technical analysis agents added their insights showing bullish technicals and strong analysis consensus. And finally, the portfolio managers synthesized everything into this professional PDF report with a buy recommendation and 8 out of 10 conviction rating. This would have taken me hours to research manually. Look at the depth here: detailed financial metrics, risk analysis, even a catalyst timeline table. Now I know what you may be thinking. This looks amazing, but where do I actually run something like this? Let me show you exactly how I set this up. I'm running this entire system on Hostinger's VPS hosting. I chose them because their platform is specifically suited for AI automation projects like this. Let me show you their KVM2 plan. This is exactly what I'm using. For the price, you get dedicated resources and full root access. But the real game changer, by self-hosting, you can run unlimited AI agents and unlimited executions. No monthly limits, no usage caps. What I love about this setup is the one-click NA10 installation with Q mode enabled. Plus, you get free weekly backups automatically. Setting this up is super straightforward. I'll just add the KVM2 plan into the cart, and here's the best part. I've got an exclusive discount for you. Just use Derek and the coupon code and get additional 10% savings on yearly plans. Let's deep dive into this build step by step. We're going to first look at the finance agent. So the finance agent, if I go to the system prompt, the role is to extract the data that is needed by all the legendary investors. We'll take the latest stock price, the key metrics, the key ratios, valuation like discounted cash flow, and putting that into a JSON format that can be accessible by each of the analysis agents. We'll be using a key tool called Financial Modeling Prep that we access through a MCP format. So we'll double click here. This endpoint, using the new HTTP Streamable format, we get from a service called smithly.ai. So I can get access to the Financial Modeling Prep server, and I generate a URL from that, which I put into my endpoint. This endpoint then has access to 250 financial tools that allow me to get all the data that I need. We're also going to be using Perplexity, which gives me access to internet search, and Decoder web scraping is something that I can use similar manner in here in Smithery, that I can go Decoder, MCP server, and this allows me access to web scraping capabilities that I can use for SEC filings. So after this agent processes information for all the financial data, this data is passed into the various legendary investors here that are modeled by the AI agents. So we have the first one here, who is Aswath Damodaran. He is the Dean of Valuation and professor at NYU School. That his approach is quite famous for value analysis. So this node captures his approach and looks at how we assess the particular company based on this approach. So this AI agent will have access to similar tools here, so that if they want to do more in-depth analysis, they can have access to this tool. A similar thing is done here with an AI agent that models Warren Buffett's analysis style. So we have a set of things that model his style. Similarly, this AI agent has access to similar tools. And then the next one is similar with Bill Ackman AI agent. So again, this prompt models Bill Ackman's style and what he's looking for. So all the information that the finance agent has on the metrics and all the financial ratios, that's all fed into these investor AI agents. So we repeat that for Charlie Munger agent. So again, this is something that maps Charlie Munger's style. And lastly, we have Peter Lynch AI agent. And again, we have a similar approach where this AI agent prompt models Peter Lynch's investment style. So we step back and say, after we get all the financial data and then all the different agents using the different styles does analysis, we merge that into this flow here. This is an optional AI agent. This AI agent just gives us a summary, effectively. So we can use that, add that to the report. And then the next thing we're going to do is pass it to a technical analysis AI agent. So this technical analysis AI agent will look at a graph. So we can take a look at the prompts here. So it's going to look at a graph from a TradingView graph. So it calls into the sub workflow, which goes into here. And the sub workflow will look up the exchange, look at the TradingView chart. So we use a service called chart image, and we get the information from chart image, and then we use a extraction of that image through, and here we're using O3, the O3 model, to extract and understand what we're seeing in the chart and provide that back into this technical analysis agent here. So then after the technical analysis agent, what we do is we look at a sentiment analysis agent. So the sentiment analysis agent, they go through and look at the analysts. So we're pulling from additional information from financial modeling prep, and we're getting the various analysts' targets and their sentiment, as well as looking at perplexity and looking at that analysis and putting it together into a cohesive sentiment analysis. And then the last thing we do here in terms of the agents is the portfolio manager. So this portfolio manager does a aggregate. So it aggregates the detailed analysis per legendary investor. So it does a summary. It gives a business overview, an executive overview of that, as well as doing analysis of the consensus versus conflict of these legendary investors, and then does a decision matrix based on quality, growth, valuation, technical, sentiment, and then adds a catalyst and timeline and risk management and portfolio impact in here, followed by the references. So all that is done through an aggregation of this analysis with sentiment, the technical analysis, as well as all the other legendary investor analysis put into this one framework that we can put everything together. And then lastly, we are using this PDF code. So this will give us information on taking the HTML, getting the output, and then mapping that into a PDF, right? So throughout this build, we're also using different kinds of large language models. So for the finance agent, it doesn't need a lot of thinking power, but it needs tool calling ability. So we're using GPT-4.1 Mini. So that has a great performance and price ratio. Now for the agents itself, the analysis agents, we're using a more powerful model. We're using the O4 mini model here. So the O4 mini model, or we can use an even more powerful model here, O3, to do the analysis. O3 will give you more reasoning power, so we'll use that. But you can optionally use O4 mini as well, which will be not as the reasoning power will be not as complex, but still would work for this workflow. And then for the rest of the workflows here, we're using GPT 4.1, which has a good blend of reasoning as well as cost. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.